Haji, and today we're continuing with our You'll Never Guess What Happened series, where we attempt different fun and silly challenges and track how they go. In the last episode, we played 20 games on the Brazilian servers, which definitely didn't go to plan. But this time, we're back on the European servers, except this time, instead of using a controller, for the first time in the series, I'll be using keyboard and mouse. So, let's jump straight into it. So in the last few days, I decided to finally ditch the Xbox and move over to PC, meaning I was no longer capped to 60 FPS, which I was really excited about. I thought that this would be the perfect time to finally move over from controller to keyboard and mouse. However, having always used a controller when filming the series, I was definitely interested to see how I would do. And after a long drawn out battle, game 1 starts off pretty well, as I get my first kill of the video. Later that game, and I get shot at by a player at Loot Lake. I ramp up towards him, and suddenly, I'm in a build battle. This is the first real test of my building, so I'm hoping I don't get destroyed. But before I can do any damage to them, he ends up falling to his death. Well, that's all my materials wasted. Cheers, mate. And if that wasn't bad enough, the storm is ticking away, and my health is quickly depleting. But will I make it out the storm alive? Oof, just about. That was way too close. I end up making it to the final 6 when I hear that sound that nobody wants to hear. In Season 10, the sound of a brute. Now, as I'm sure you'll all know, the brutes are incredibly overpowered and can kill you in an instant, so I knew I really needed to avoid it if I could. I didn't even want to build a base, as I knew that that would just bring attention to me, but the urge to get kills was way too much for me, so I take some shots at a player. Big mistake, as now the brute knows exactly where I am. Oh god, leave me alone. No! The next game, I decide to drop at my favourite place to land during this series, which is Lonely Lodge. However, there's a player nearby, so I ramp up towards them. I do miss a couple shots, but my last 2 connect, and I'm able to easily get the kill. Shortly after, and I'm heading towards Dusty, when I see a player going for a care drop. I ramp up towards them, but I end up losing track of them, and I start getting shot at by another player. That is really not what I need right now. I hear my opponent attempt to go for height, and she edits down on me. What the hell? Where's all my health gone? That is why I hate the combat. The game after, I decide to land at Pleasant, hoping to get some early action, and I quickly get into a fight. I build up above her, but I lose track of her. Where's she gone? I've recently turned on visual sound indicators, as I occasionally lose game sound when playing on my PC for some reason, but it really wasn't being too helpful here. Eventually, she stops hiding from me, and I run out of materials, but thankfully, my shotgun aim is on point, and I completely demolish her. Soon after, and I get pushed by someone wearing a Santa skin, so I'm not expecting too much. Oh, come on. And to be honest, game 4 doesn't go any better, as I somehow end up hitting myself with a buggy bomb, and I die moments later. Okay, this ain't going well. Game 5, and I hear the sound of a fight nearby, so I decide to third party it. Wow, that was an easy kill. Not long after, and I get pushed by a player. I hit it quickly, but I miss with my pump before I jump down. Oh my, will you please hit a shot? Come on! Ugh, that was painful to watch, but at least I got the kill. Things looking good. I end up making it to the final 7, and I go to snipe a player nearby. Oh wow, I love the brute so much. Thank you, Fortnite. GG man, GG. What an amazing gaming experience. It's already hard enough using keyboard and mouse, without having to deal with brutes every game. Honestly, it still blows my mind that they thought adding them would be a good idea. But even worse, that they didn't even bother to nerf them. Like, what are Epic actually doing? I just don't get it. And to be honest, I don't even think they're popular with casual players. I mean, in most of my games, there's always plenty of spare brutes, which I think shows just how bad an idea it was to bring them into the game, for near enough everyone. And all it takes is for one noob to use one for it to ruin your game, which happens on a number of occasions in this video. The next game, I'm back at Lonely when I hear a player nearby. She ends up buggy bombing me, but she doesn't even bother to shoot me, and she definitely wasn't expecting the edit. Sometimes you've just got to dance on them. Shortly after, and I end up getting in a fight with a no-skin. It takes longer than it should, and it isn't the cleanest kill, but it was never in doubt. Later on, and I'm heading to the circle when I see a player up ahead. The storm's on my back, so I really can't afford to be getting into a fight, so I'm really hoping that they just leave. But they end up following me, and we get into a bit of a build-off. At this point though, I'm really worried about my health, as the storm is ticking away, and I've only got a limited amount of bandages. I know I need to get this fight over with quickly, but I soon run out of materials, and I'm unable to survive the fight. Over the last few months, I've been gradually learning keyboard and mouse, so that when the time came that I moved over to PC, I would feel fully ready to move away from controller and do well. It was really tough learning it, as I'd never played keyboard and mouse before, so I had no idea how anything worked. And back in the early days, I would constantly press the wrong button or forget my keybinds. But thankfully, nowadays, that doesn't happen too much. The thing that I love the most about using mouse and keyboard is just how smooth everything feels. Every action just feels so natural, especially compared to the clunkiness of using a controller. This made playing so much more fun, even if I wasn't doing that well. Building is just so much easier on mouse and keyboard. Everything can be done faster, same with editing. So I'm really excited to see how my first season on keyboard and mouse goes. For me, the hardest thing about keyboard and mouse is maintaining 100% concentration at all times. As if I ever stopped concentrating or lost my composure, then it was practically impossible to hit a shot, especially with a shotgun, as you don't have aim assist to carry you. Game 11, and I get in a fight at Haunted Hills. My aim isn't the best, but I can tell I'm facing an absolute bot, and he's so weak, so I go for the axe kill. And I get it. The ultimate BM. That's not toxic though, is it? Is it? Okay, maybe it is a little, but honestly, I absolutely love pickaxing people. It's just the funniest way to kill them. It always cracks me up. Later that game, and they end up getting in a fight at Pleasant. They keep spamming away at me, but I do well to withstand the pressure. And for some reason, she starts doing a donkey laugh. Like, what the hell is that about? How weird. Right, nobody laughs at me. I'll show her. I'm gonna win this game. No, I didn't mean this game. I actually meant the next one. I'm serious. Game 12, and I'm desperately looking to finally get a win on keyboard and mouse. I've been practicing it for months, but honestly, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but I'm still looking for my first solo win. So I think it's about time I finally rectified that by winning one of these 20 games. I've not really even come close so far. In game 12 is when things start to go right for me, and I managed to get a few early kills. Eventually, I make it to the final 3 players, and it's looking good. I've got good loot, enough materials, and plenty of shield. So I'm feeling confident. I head to the circle and use the launch pad, so I can get there first. One player goes down, and suddenly, I'm 1v1. This is it. Can I finally get my first solo win using keyboard and mouse? I absolutely laser them, so they're practically one shot. They decide to shockwave ahead, but they hit an air gun on the side of a building, which catapults them into the storm. Is this it? Yes, get in. It was only 4 kills, and should have come way earlier than now, but you know what, I don't even care. I'm just buzzing to finally get a solo win using keyboard and mouse. Thank God for that. I think mouse and keyboard is definitely the right choice for me, as you have so much more potential when using it. You can obviously be amazing on controller, but mouse and keyboard has a much higher skill cap. I think that's why only about 5 or 6 controller players qualified for the World Cup, with the rest obviously being on keyboard and mouse, as the latter has so many advantages. I mean, just the fact that you don't have to pull out your build menu to build is such a game changer. You can just place your build instantly, which is so much quicker. Game 15, and wait, what's this? Okay, I've no idea what happened to game 15. Oh well, let's just go into the next one. Wait, what's going on? So it turns out that the last 5 games I played all somehow didn't record properly. And they all just show the loading screen. What is that about? God damn it. And they actually won a game with 10 kills. Okay, no, it was a 5 kill win. Alright, fine. It was a 2 kill win. Are you happy now? Ugh. But still, a win's a win. So I was gutted to have lost the last few games. But don't worry, I decided to play the final few matches again, and hope to make up for my lost victory royale. Game 16 starts off well, as I'm able to take a player's wall, before killing them with my shotgun. And eventually, I get to the late stage of the game, and there's only 2 players left. I'm camped at the bottom of the player's base. I'm desperate to take high ground, but he quickly spots me. I go for the side jump, but he cracks me with his combat, so I go to heal up. Shortly after, and the storm starts to move in. Wait, why can't I move? Tree! Please no. Oh my god, why do I always die like this? For goodness sake, man. A big reason for me wanting to change to keyboard and mouse is that using thumbsticks was so awkward for me, as I don't have very mobile thumbs, and they've gotten so much worse the last few years, making aiming with thumbsticks really difficult for me. So I think mouse and keyboard will help prolong my gaming life much longer, even if my thumbs get worse. I'm not sure if I'm better on keyboard and mouse compared to controller, but it's definitely close, I'd say. The thing that I noticed the most when playing on PC servers is just how good some of the players were. I wasn't constantly running into gods, but some of the players were ridiculously good, especially with the way they built and edited. I'd definitely say that the overall standard on PC is much higher. I actually used to think that console servers were stronger, due to all the complete bots you often see streamers playing against. But honestly, I didn't run into many players like that. Game 19, and after getting a couple early kills, I can hear the sound of a brute nearby. It's always a scary sound, but when you don't have any shield, it's absolutely terrifying. Absolutely not. I'm out of here. Later, bitch. I don't actually get into another fight until right near the end of the match. My opponent keeps trying to edit me down, but I'm scared that she'll trap me. I do end up killing her, but my aim is questionable to say the least. But thankfully, I've got plenty of heals. So once again, we're 1v1. I managed to connect a few shots as she glides to the circle. Before I ramp up towards her, she ends up launching away onto a nearby hill, which puts me in a really bad position. Thankfully though, the circle is moving away from the hill, meaning she'll have to jump down. I miss a couple shots, but I play the moving zone well, by maintaining high ground. I heavy sniper roof, but my game suddenly hitches, which almost costs me, but I managed to keep my cool, and finish her off as she edits out. Get in. That is exactly what we like to see. So we finally get to game 20, and I'm delighted to have won 3 games, even though obviously one didn't record. It's made me feel way more optimistic about how I can do using keyboard and mouse in the future. Although I'm not forced to use keyboard and mouse, I could definitely use a controller if I wanted to. And many people claim that aim assist is even stronger on PC, so it definitely would be viable. Game 20, and although I'm not desperate to win again, it would be nice to finish on a high. And suddenly, there's only a few players left. It's just a shame that one of them has a brute and decides to ruin my life with it, like it has every day since the start of Season 10. Honestly, at this point, I'm not even mad. I've just accepted it. But still, what a joke. So there we have our 20 games. It wasn't always the most smooth sailing, but I'm glad we finally managed to win a few games. And I learnt a few things. 1, that I need to work on my early game. 2, that I still need to work on hitting my shots. And 3, that the brutes are the worst things I've ever seen in a game and need to be vaulted. But I think we already knew that. So, do you think I should stick with keyboard and mouse? I'll go back to controller. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you want to support me as a content creator, then feel free to use my creator code, which is on screen now. So anytime you buy something in the item shop and use my code, it will go directly towards supporting the channel, which would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.